Hi, I'm Merle Blainer,
And I'm Stu Blainer.
and this is the Blainer Brothers Relaxation Quarter Hour.
Today, we're going to be helping you to build your self-esteem through building the pyramids, just like the ancient Egyptians. I think there are some metaphors in this one, Merle.
I can't wait, Stu.
You are a slave. Not a slave to your desires, not a slave to the whims of the world, although you are a slave to those as well. Today I am talking about you as a literal slave. You are building the pyramids. You can feel the whip against your back as you push the stone block. This stone block represents your self-esteem, because you are going to build the pyramid of your self-esteem.
Your self-esteem is not designed by you, believe it or not. For your self-esteem pyramid has been designed and ordered by a pharaoh that is much, much better than you. Not only does he have the wealth and the handsome good looks, the chiseled jaw, the throngs of beautiful females following him around and fancying his every desire. He also has lots and lots of money. Lots of money in solid gold. Solid gold that is so shiny that when it strikes the sun, it can burn your skin, because you are in the arid desert of your conscious mind. This pharaoh wants you to build this pyramid, a pyramid of your self-esteem. And what is the purpose of this pyramid? Well, that's for you to find out.
So again, picture yourself pushing that stone block. Look to your left and see the other slaves pushing it. Look to your right and see an angry slave master holding a whip. Don't wave hello to the whip master, because he does not like friendly gestures. He likes work. So push that block toward the half-built pyramid. But a problem has come up. There's a large canyon in front of you. How will you get this block across the canyon and to the pyramid? Why didn't the pharaoh or the slave master or some other superior notice the canyon when they were planning your route? Did they set you up to fail? It doesn't matter. This is the challenge that's ahead of you, and you must face it, or die trying.
Many challenges may arise in your life, in all arenas. Whether you're trying to get a loan, trying to find a suitable partner to share your life with, or even where to go to dinner. But there's one thing that you have to realize. You are a slave. You are owned. The only thing you have control over is how hard you push those stones, how hard you pull those ropes to drag the stones, how hard you clench your back when the whip master whips you. That is what you have control over. For the hierarchical ladder above you is very, very steep. And you are at the base of that. Why is that, you ask? Because you are not worth it. Picture your bloodied hands, scraped, scuffed, because you've been pushing rocks for many, many, many years, with no breaks. But don't forget, someday, maybe not in this lifetime, maybe not even the next, but some generation of slaves will complete that pyramid.
Picture historians, centuries after this moment, trying to piece together how these pyramids were made. Maybe some sort of system of pulleys, perhaps extraterrestrial beings. But only you know the truth. Sheer, raw effort combined with extreme force of will, combined with your magical abilities. So think back to your 13th birthday, when you first realized you had magical control over the element of carbon. You realized that any chemical, substance, or rock containing the element of carbon could be moved about with nothing more than a mere thought of your own mind. This ability has come in handy in the past, like when you were trying to defend yourself against schoolyard bullies who would pelt rocks at you because you weren't good enough at math or reading or making friends. But you're not here to think about the past. You're here to push rocks.
But how did you get here? You had an incredible gift. A gift that may have led to ridicule in the schoolyard, but a gift that could have led you to the control of the whole earth. I know how you got there. Now, you have to realize the importance of arithmetic and grades in school. Yes, you could throw boulders thousands of miles with a mere twitch of your eye, but you couldn't solve a quadratic equation for the life of you. You had standardized tests just like the other students in your school. You were in the 12th percentile. Now, you got into community college, which is fair, but you did not get into a good enough university for a steady job. Your classmates got into Harvard, Yale, BYU, and even University of Maine. But you did not attain that level of success. You did not do homework. You merely threw rocks. And that's why in the unemployment line, when you saw a posting that said, "Searching for workers, good with hands, comma, rocks," you were surprised. You thought you found your calling. You thought you were there. But in reality, you had fallen to the bottom.
So as you push that rock, I want you to look again at the slave master and look at the canyon in front of you. I know the thoughts occurred to you. The slave master is made of carbon. With a mere thought, you could fling him into the canyon and be free. Or with a mere thought, you could build the pyramid in a matter of minutes. But you're forced to do it by hand. Forced by what? By yourself? By some outside force? You've never thought about it. You've just been pushing the rocks. It hasn't even occurred to you to apply your magical ability. So take one last look at that slave master and fling him into the canyon. As you watch him fall, take a look at the slaves to your side. They're afraid of you, but they also respect you. Pick one and explode his head to secure your position as the slave's new leader.
You may be thinking to yourself, "Wow, I made it." But you did not. You look before you. You see your former fellow slaves, crying, begging, shaking in fear. And you turn slightly to the right, and you see the canyon, your former slave master's sandal balancing on the edge. You look beyond the canyon, and you see a pile of rocks, disorganized, halfway pushed to their destination. And you realize that you haven't done anything. You've used your power for negative reasons. You believe that you're going to finally finish this pyramid of self-esteem, of self-worth, now that you have the slaves under your control and have sharpened your mystical abilities. But the task is much more daunting.
So look off into the distance and see your destination, a pyramid not even half finished, and climb atop the stone block. Make the block rise with your mental powers and fly toward the pyramid of your self-esteem. As you fly towards it, gather all of the stones behind you. Soon, you'll have amassed more than enough rocks to finish the pyramid. But when you arrive, you do not stop. You keep flying towards the capital. Your true destination is not the pyramids. It's the Pharaoh. For you will kill him and take his place as ruler of Egypt. Say, Merle,
Yeah, Stu?
do you ever think about those Egyptian gods? There's so many of them, and they're all so scary.
I can barely keep track of our one scary god. Well, thank you for listening to the Blainer Brothers Relaxation Quarter Hour. We'll see you next week.